Air Force because of this fucking game. But this is the new game. 6 was not as good as 7. They took a really weird route. I really hope that the game mechanics are different, because starting that aerial duel mode was pretty not realistic. But hopefully they went back to the original style of dogfighting. I'm gonna just jump right into the campaign. I'm using the, I think it was expert style game mechanics.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane.
Definitely more of a story.
Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then,
Is that a Russian frogfoot?
I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
Because of this game series, I straight up have an encyclopedia of 21st century aircraft. And by God, that is a lot of fun.
So, I flew up. Straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing.
There's a Tomcat.
30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Should have put in my best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Is everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
A tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Neat.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Damn graphics,
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight.
Man, I really wish
It's a
I
hell of a
had
welcome you, Barney, but we have faith in you.
There
Good
we
luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4, understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts.
It even has
Hit our radars
condensation
hard in the
effect
last
when you go
attack.
through clouds.
Expect
It's
the
cool as
worst and
fuck.
stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. You're flying with me now. That's
I
what
don't know
it means
about
to
you.
be
I'm
in
just
the
freaking out
Midland.
too. I don't know
You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers. Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located. It's showtime, Trigger. Let's see if you can handle the spotlight. You're a good pilot. So I told him. I had to fill an empty spot, so play along.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Man, I really wish I knew what flares were.
Miss. That's a miss.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Get fucked up. Oh, shit. Ah! I'm going too fast.
Bandit coming at you. Bandit sighted. My wings are iced up.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Entering clouds.
I'm gonna speed run this.
Fox 2. Missile hit. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
How do I...
Locked.
I'll wait till that levels out.
Breaking. We can't get away. Bailing out.
That's it.
Yeet.
It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
What are you talking about? I basically just became modern day Hades.
Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Mage 2, locked. Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. You babies. I can't tell them apart.
Oh, it keeps in formation. That's freaking cool. Oh,
Mage 2,
no, we'll
locked.
how do I switch targets?
Let's move to this one.
How do I, No! Although that probably did it.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
You know what? I'm actually gonna pass these guys. Come back.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire!
Hostile on your tail.
Yeet.
One remaining. Mage 2, keep your focus.
How do I flare?
You got
How do I
this.
flare? How do I flare? Ah. Oh no, I saw you.
To Colin and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Carry.
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
I'm doing stuff.
I am Princess Rosa Gusset Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for...
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Oh, I forgot it did the whole diagram of you doing it.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International
So, like,
Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usia, has been seized
US
by the
plan of
Erusian army.
diplomacy? Like,
Reports say
they
former
fucked with my
President
boats,
Harling
so
was touring the site at the time, but his
I
current
kinda feel like
whereabouts
that's
are
a notable
unknown.
offense, just saying.
Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the
ENN.
capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
Planes that they kind of skim the stratosphere with. I didn't think those took off from the ground.
Yeah, I survived.
I thought they were dropped from
I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air
bigger
Force base.
planes.
Then, got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war.
Then again, I could be dead wrong.
All in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats. And the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Wait, there's something else other than pilot gameplay? No.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Gross. Why the hell would I want a MiG-29? Wait. Is that the Fulcrum? I mean, it was decent. It wasn't a good aircraft, but it was okay. Oh, it's gonna make you... I'm gonna wait until this unlocks before I make my decision. Was the F-15 the, which one was the ground attack? The Eagle. That's what I want. Right there. And then upgrade from there. Okay. F-18. So I actually need to do the 14 route. Okay. Well, I'm gonna save my money. Can't even buy it anyway.
Each squadron, sortie, ASAP. Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! The radar vehicles are under fire!
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Oh boy.
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Fox 2!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Target has been destroyed.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
Missile.
Missile!
Missile.
Evade!
Missile.
Shit! Where are the damn interceptors? We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Vehicle down.
My wings are iced up.
Fox 2!
They just unleashed a whole hell of a lot of firepower on that thing, and it
Target
did blow
destroyed.
up.
3 to go.
Leads me
Continue
to believe
engage
only I
discretion.
can blow up objectives.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Aw, one of those
Here
would
they
have been
come.
fine. wouldn't
Take them down.
it? Yeah.
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
Mage 2, walking. Careful, the enemy has a lock.
Oh shit.
Two targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. Plan forward and fast. There is no far from Allied territory.
Mage 2, missile launch.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock onto their targets, too.
We aim over clear ground. School 3, you have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Target has been destroyed.
Mage 2 shot down a bandit.
Break!
Frag! Frag!
Missile.
That's a miss.
Caution. Caution.
AA guns down.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
Missile! Evading!
He's mine. He's not getting away.
Bandit, on your 6.
Missile.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Lost on target.
H2, target destroyed.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback for those poor merchants. Write your manual in a language we can understand. Blaze, you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
H2, locked.
I've got him in my sights.
Blink!
5 targets remaining.
Oh god.
H2 seriously go down?
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Just go ahead, hold the funeral, just ignore that ever happened. Yeah, we'll go for the chip. Oh no.
Current target is on rails, but there's still
I
military
found out how to
vehicles and
switch
anti-air weaponry.
targets quickly. Triangle.
Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Target down. Nicely done.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
The anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Oh, that looks cool. Transfer station.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Being attacked by enemy aircraft!
Target destroyed.
We're using the
can blow
containers
up.
now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. Requesting permission to move the vehicle. We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Oh my goodness.
Shit. Where are the damn interceptors?
What the hell?
The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can.
Mage 2, missile away. Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
Hostile eliminated.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars. Column 2, you can't go after every target.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. We pushed the plan forward too fast. Base was too far from Allied territory.
Mage 2, locked.
Yeet.
Mage 2, kill confirmed.
Enemy has entered clouds in pursuit. I don't think withdraw. What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead?
Trigger, there's one more to go.
The enemy has a lock on me.
Target was not struck. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Okay, let's completely blind those bastards.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
The enemy aircraft away from the base. Nice.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Breaking lock. Evading. There's 6 enemies. Some are really good.
Mage 2, walking.
No, they're not ready for the area. Launch manually. Redo the setup. The tactics down here. Here's some feedback for those former engineers. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
It didn't connect.
APCs have nowhere to hide.
Keep your mind focused. All transports have been destroyed. But what were they carrying? Enemy transport destroyed. There's more.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Still got that guy up.
Breaking lock. Evading.
The enemy's traveled a long way, so they're trying to end this quickly.
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Oh, stupid.
I've maneuvered behind the enemy. On my target's tail.
Mage 2, locked.
Enemy missile cruising. Breaking.
Fly into the clouds.
Lockdown bandit.
Fox 2. Bandit evaded the attack.
Alright,
Vehicle
that's it for
down.
ground targets, right?
Mage 2, they have a lock on you.
Warning, bandit.
Let's get rid of some of these. Yikes.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
Get away from that vehicle.
Missile launched.
Enemy missile detected.
5 targets remaining.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Breaking to escape lock. Column 3, Fox 2. Reading over clear ground. Column 3, you have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Launch operations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready. Enemy missile
Net clear, 15 meters.
UAVs ready to launch. Away.
Foreshadowing for the win.
What happened? Status report.
Oh, fuck, I'm out of my...
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
They're so fast.
These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter.
He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more
Oh, so much for not blowing up a residential neighborhood. Fucking took out Dave's house, goddamn.
Golem 2, the enemy's
Oh,
reading.
fuck. Oh, shit. Pull out those preemptive fire.
Landed on your six. Shake him off.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
No.
Golem Squadron, surround him.
I know.
Chaff and flares launched.
I'm on this one's tail.
Mage 2, break that lock! Crap. The aircraft is infested. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
Missile.
Don't try to read their movements.
Mage 2, missile away.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
Well, I think I get
You're
like,
doing
what,
good.
30 dinners now?
Just 2 more.
Movie turning. Oh, he's going fast.
Fox 2.
Bandits are in the clouds.
Missed.
Ah, that was way off.
My wings are iced up.
Careful of ice formation in the clouds.
On target 6.
Missile.
Show up on the radar.
Mage 2, target down. 1 to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Pull up.
Golem 1, Fox 2.
Wait.
Mage 2, missile away.
Turn again.
Behind target and ready to attack.
So, drones don't feel the G-force, huh?
16 missiles left. There's no way he just stays in a straight line.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed
I don't
down.
feel good about that kill. He's kind of
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties.
Ah,
You
the
couldn't have done any
classic
better.
little ding at the
Returning
end.
to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point
Fucking
arguing
took
that's how
out
war
Dave.
is these
Of
days.
course I did.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Current target is on.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Okay.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
I'll go ahead and skip that. Get out of that. No, oh, not that. That. Like, I'm not gonna get the frickin' A-10. No, screw my original plan. Looks like I'm gonna have to deal with an F-14 for a air-to-air for now, because I wanna fuck with that. That is hands down one of my favorite planes. Flying over my house since I was a kid. Hell yeah. One? Lock-on bombs? Yeah. Alright. I think this is the one that has the ring, that you get to keep the aircraft inside the ring and then it locks on over long distances. But I'm actually a big-ass fan of these, and since it's gonna have to be my air-to-air, because I'm gonna go fuck with that A-10. Go ahead and just give me that. Does that work just for this aircraft though? No. Go check out the parts. Oh, wait, was that in the aircraft tree? Changing parts? We'll just jump in and... Oh, maybe in the... Yeah, right here. Okay. I don't know if I can only use these on one aircraft. I'm gonna save this in case that's the case.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Because I'll probably get the F-18 eventually and dump it all into the F-18.
H2, begin takeoff sequence. You're cleared for launch.
Ooh.
H2
Does it do the sweep back with the wings? Oh, it does!
H2, specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
I'll try and use my special and get
Mage
them all.
1, Wilco.
Nope.
Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars.
They are
Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins. Show up on the radar. Bandits are in the clouds.
Don't let those jerks see your kill.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds.
Warning, bandits! Gargoyle squadron, take them down.
Clear 3, bailing out!
Break!
Bandit acquired. Firing.
Break away!
Evade! Missile!
He escaped into the clouds! Enemy on your tail! Bandit evaded the attack!
Oh, this shouldn't even be a competition with the F-4.
In position behind bandit.
Black 2.
Enemy on my tail! I can't shake him! Evading!
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
What's chafing? Oh!
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked! There are no reinforcements! I'm hit! Cobra reinforcements! We're taking too much damage!
Mage 2, walking.
We're surrounded!
Mage 2, missile launch.
They got me!
3 remaining.
They decided. Steve pursuit, give me a hand! Hey, good! Evading. We've got this. I can't recover. We need reinforcements now!
Nice kill.
1 remaining.
I'm gonna be going so
Looks like they
freaking
weren't
fast
ready for a
across this.
fight.
Breaking! Yeah, I'm on his ass.
That was not a good angle.
Bandit is in my sights.
In gun range.
Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
They have to be crazy to pick fight with us. A rabid dog would know better. Missile incoming! Evade! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching.
Oh.
All aircraft, stay alert.
What the fuck is this shit? You lost me. You had me up until this point. What the fucking sci-fi bullshit is this?
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Skeleton 1. What about that monster?
We're just waiting for mission command.
Break! Now!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. There's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
What the flying
All
fuck
aircraft,
is
no
going
change in
on?
game plan.
Holy shit, did
Destroy
it
the
just
Arsenal
let
bird.
me loose?
That thing? God help us. You'll talk about getting split up with the drone.
Shoot!
Total
Shoot!
squadron, take out big baby Huey.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird.
UAV movements knock you sideways. Even a machine can be outsmarted.
They changed the lock. Look on this clearing. Skeleton 1,
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Find the situation.
Stubborn bastards. Take them all down.
Oh,
Column
that's
3,
really
Mark 2, sick 'em. Column 2, missile,
that one.
evade.
Evading!
They're after me.
They got H2?
Go ahead, hit it. Yeah. I see this as an absolute win.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Skeleton 1. What about that monster?
We're just waiting for mission command.
Break! Now!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. There's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
That hurt.
What is that thing? God help us. We'll talk about getting split up with the drone.
Column squadron, take out big baby Huey.
Bandits are fast as hell.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on?
Damn things have gotten smarter. How many do you think are left?
They can't get a lock.
One of them breathing down my neck.
Skeleton 1, shoot, wait, Commander. They got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Find the situation.
The enemy's too fast. I can't keep up.
We'll pass out some exhaust before the enemy wears out.
Column 2, missile, evade.
Evading!
This is column 3. Column 2's hit. Status report. Shit, column 2. Do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Stage 1.
George, break! 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 Missile! Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there. Breaking.
Okay.
They got Mage 2. He's down.
Kinda deserved that, really. Fucking saw it. Was like, hey, what's that? Fucking everything but putting the fork in the toaster at that point.
We just learned that Eruzia
So
is utilizing the
follow-ups are
arsenal
actually
bird.
pretty freaking
Those
quick to load in.
bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skykeeper, this is Skeleton 1.
Checking a radar lock. Dodging everything
Just
they're
waiting for
control.
mission command.
Break, now!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
That's what you're that thing? God help us. You're hard enough to spin up with the drone.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Those damn things have gotten smarter. How many do you think are left?
Locked.
They can't get a lock. Skeleton 1, Commander, you got me.
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron detail. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Verifying the situation.
These things just don't let up. It's bad enough just trying to dodge it. Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile!
Ooh, I almost crashed into it. Come on, what the hell's your situation?
Lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
That's the fucking word.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there.
Breaking!
No, 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 no. No, 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 get me away. Fucking almost did it again, you dumb prick.
Returning coming.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they knew this earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing.
What the fucking Star
Golem and
Trek
Mage
is
Squadron,
happening?
give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Whoa.
Copy that. Returning home.
Missile headed for a friendly. Yowza! The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired. The engine evaded the attack.
Mage 2, locked. Retreating aircraft, leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. That's it, baby. Come to puppy. That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1, leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts. Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack!
One bandit. It's Rescue 30.
Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile! Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against MSU-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run. Target locked. Firing.
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-grade aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Not on my watch.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off.
My stuff!
Mage 2, locked.
Got one in my sights.
Mage 2, missile away. Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Help us!
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Let Golem and main squadron handle it.
Get your asses out.
Going for the loner.
Mage 2, shut down a bandit.
Does main squadron still have their hot shot? Then we just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Golem and Mage, we owe you a debt. And we'll pay it.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
Afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
A few seconds could mean life or death for him. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking
All
about.
UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Oh, I caused damage too.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Deck is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to carrier. Lower your speed. Mage 2, bank right. 1,500 to carrier. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Now return to base.
completely missed where they would have put the cable. But, okay.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Did I bomb anything?
Here he comes.
Welcome.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again.
Yeah, that is totally a G suit.
Yep. Still wasn't good enough to protect him. I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
I want to see him once push his glasses up with his middle finger.
Penal unit,
as if he's not even paying attention.
This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osea, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osea was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osea down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusea, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osea's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year.
Nah, I want the points.
Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Aircraft preparations complete.
Wonder
Sortie
if they'll let you
ASAP.
paint your aircraft like the previous games. Be cool as hell. I'll buy skins.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
It used to be that when you were this low to the ground, the radar would be really small.
ice formation in the clouds. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Situation normal. Nothing sighted.
Mage 2's in the clouds. Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
Are we under attack? No change.
Progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
Do we have bandits? Tell me the situation. No problem. Stay alert. No problem. Situation normal. No change. RTV, going home.
You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
I see.
Rendezvous point dead ahead. Hang in there.
What's happening? Give us orders. Increasing alert. Watching radar.
Caution. Pull up.
anti-air radar net. Increasing alert.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Icing.
Mage 2, you're icing up.
We're on high alert. Send up interceptors on the double. We're watching. It's probably just a bug.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Missile.
Break! Missile incoming!
Missile. Missile.
Mage 2, target destroyed.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Missile.
Locked.
Missile.
Mage 2, target down.
Caution.
Target destroyed.
Missile.
Mage 2, target down.
Missile. Missile.
Sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Half of the anti-air guns down. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before that.
Missile.
Missile closing. Evade!
Missile.
This is Sea Goblin. We've arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Missile.
Mission still in progress. Stand by. Half of the SAM sites are down. Mage 2, rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point in sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Sea Goblin here. Going up to meet our two VIPs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Fox 2.
Warning, enemy in your 6.
Missile.
Mage 2, enemy has a lock on you.
approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Missile inbound, evade!
Missile.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back! Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harling, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive?
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermobaric!
We're swarming. There's no way we can provide adequate cover.
Shit! Rocket!
Damn. Yeah. UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down. Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up. UAVs flying toward the space elevator. Mage, Gollum, get them.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harling. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. I'll get Mr. Harling out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out. That's about half. Mop up the rest.
We found an Norwegian transport craft. His engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harling.
It'll do.
We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wears out.
All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can call it.
3 remaining.
This is MH1. I'm spiked. Going 2. Hang in there. Target has been destroyed.
Missile away.
There's too many. We can't take all of them.
Caution.
I'm out of missiles.
1 remaining. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking off.
Pull up. Caution.
Mr. Harling must have extended his night.
Let's wait till we're home safe.
Caution.
Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. UAV confirmed down. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down
How
any
did the Chinook
UAVs.
turn into an
Gollum,
awesome?
intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
Ammunition 0.
Target was not struck.
Cool.
officer. Understood. An arsenal bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
I can't shake it!
Mage 2, down any UAVs near Mother Goose 1.
Damn it, I can't break away!
Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
You stupid. Ay, 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 ay.
Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element. Wilco, forming up! Whoa, again, Trigger? Can't let you have all the glory.
Mage 2, blocking.
Roger. Sending UAVs to the transport. Orders are to fire one. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. But this isn't exactly a fighter.
Understood. An arsenal bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Missile launched.
Fox 2.
Enemy UAV
Gargoyle
down.
1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my order. Someone's on the White House. I need the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Standard and fired a missile at me. Where's the signal? Damn, get away. Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
You getting fucked up?
One here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, babble.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger. Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed?
The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's wind break took a crash. Unfortunate.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority. Target locked. Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
What kind of stupid fucking question is that? Literally your president's on board and you're like, should we? Oh.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
Why are they still in the air?
altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace.
Come on.
Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
Fuck.
The UAVs are continuing their attack.
We're obsessed with that transport.
I don't even know that right.
Mage, destroy those UAVs and keep Mother Goose 1 safe.
Come on. Fucking dick.
Oh my god. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Okay.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
I'm fucking replaying the mission. Fuck that. This is bullshit. He still paid me though. Ah, shit. Save my missiles. Save the fucking missiles. God damn.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
Oh, you're gonna fucking start me all the...
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck. Entering clouds. Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Are we under attack? No change.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you. Making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger. coming dead ahead. Okay, hang in there. Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Mage 2, locked. In gun range. Mage 2, target destroyed.
Missile.
Missile closing. Evade.
Missile. Missile.
Mage 2, target down. Target destroyed.
Missile.
Half of the anti-air guns down.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before then. Half of the SAM sites are down. All SAM sites down. There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ.
This is Sea Goblin. We've arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
You
Mission still in progress. Stand by. Mage 2. Rescue team can't land until anti-air weapons are down. Destroy them. All anti-air guns destroyed. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are clear to land.
Roger.
Now let's pay attention right here. Chinook is gonna land in Osprey.
Multiple bandits
It's
over
what it's
Silla
like.
Tapora Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Sea Goblin here. Going up to meet our two landings.
Yep.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the ex-president's location now. Run for the container!
Missile. Missile.
Missile launched. Target destruction confirmed.
Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Yeah, Mage 2 destroy the target.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back! Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harlan, stick right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive? Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was thermobaric!
We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wins out.
Rocket!
Damn. UAVs moving away from the harbor toward the space elevator. Shoot them down.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Hurley. Rescue unit down, along with the soldier who had this radio. Go get Mr. Hurley.
the same way. We'll figure something out.
We found an Norwegian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Oh, that's how they get an Osprey.
It'll do.
Going 2, hang in there.
That's about half. Mop up the rest. All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1? That's the best you can come up with?
Bandit, on your 6.
I'm spiked!
UAVs flying toward the space elevator. Page, column, get them.
Column 4, Fox 2. Good night. Connect. We're swarming. There's no way we can provide adequate cover.
Three remaining. UAV down. UAV confirmed down.
This is column 3. Bandit on my 6. I can't get away.
One remaining.
Missile, break!
Target lock. Firing.
Target destroyed. Page 2, walking.
Locked. It's chow time.
Missile away. All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
All right. Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Harling wants us to spend this night.
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element. Wilco, forming up.
Trigger, enemy UAV down. Nice work. Keep it up.
Page 2 has made a kill.
Fox 2!
Roger. Sending UAV to the transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. As most UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. But this isn't exactly a fighter. I got him. He's mine.
Understood. An Arsenal bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Page 2, on.
Cargo 1, where's the signal? I need the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Lose the signal! Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
One here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time. Gargoyle Squadron, Babel!
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed?
The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
One hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's wind break took a crash. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Mother Goose 1 hitting him.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send it over this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harley. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Lock acquired.
Mage 2, locked. Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond!
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take them down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan, are you piloting that plane?
No! I was doing so fucking good.
Oh my god. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating.
Friendly fire. I saw it.
Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye in the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
Okay, maybe it was just storyline.
You understand why.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating a former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Yikes. Achievement! Killed the president. Fucking Christ. Yikes. Alright, I'm gonna give it a second. Oh, need to get up and stretch. Oh, I just popped my entire back. Oh.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His tack name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire, and as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many will lose today. Better than solitary.
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers. But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Dude, that would be a hell of a way to choose to be executed. Like, god damn, I want to go up in like a $30 million jet. No, wait a minute. It's more than that. I unlocked the A-10. Fuck! Wait. No? Yeah! No, it's cool. It's cool. I know what an A-10 is. Yeet. Alright. Next, we save up for this. As of right now. The Russians are still using these. I want to use this.
get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Who's the unlucky bastard behind me?
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. If he makes it back, when you land, your ass is grass.
Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer. He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base. Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one. If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes. One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me? Righto.
This is Squirrel 1. Numbers we can handle. You're safe with us. Squirrel Squadron, get into formation.
Look at that. Blowing up a bunch of paper play. The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Should the enemy see that? Ain't so that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower! Hey, what's with all the shaking? Look! Send in the fire team. Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Should I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKenzie? Damn it! Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're clear to engage. Show no mercy.
I'd be done by now. After we think the odds. Wanna bet which one of us gets the first kill after it starts?
This is the penal unit.
If count's going for
I decide when you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line too? I'll show you all how it's done.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting Aberthor will get dressed up real pretty.
Head to the next target. Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
Allow me to mention, Jake. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
Direct hit.
Careful in the clouds. Radar doesn't work as well in there. Uh-oh! Missile fire! I'm on his back.
Sorry, but I'm gonna get the top score again. Only because kills are self-reported.
Oh, he just took my kill.
Focus on destroying the target.
Wingman down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot. At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Behind target. Attack.
Trigger, don't get shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need to yap to pull the trigger.
Ammunition 0. Nickel. Nickel.
Get on their ass if you want to score. Trigger again. Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing?
Are you... Wilco, Commander Kinsey, please maintain silence for a moment.
Can't maintain altitude. Bailing out.
This is a pretty nice ride. It's been serviced pretty good. Camera seems to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway? I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy. Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them. Dumb luck, tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 3 targets remaining.
Enemy is in the clouds. In pursuit.
I should have put it all on Trigger.
Nickel. Nickel. Nickel.
2 targets remaining.
Someone make a squadron of convicts. Suncounts. The paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. I guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
1 bandit left. Take him down now.
First come, first serve.
Spare 15, what the hell are you doing? Attack! All targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah! Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Stall warning.
Then you win.
Stall warning.
So what? You're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters. Too fast. Lower your airspeed. 1,500 meters. Heading is good. Stay on course. guidance limit. Make a visual landing. At least you're down. Careful with the aircraft next time.
I lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back.
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess. And I found out later, she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for.
The dog
the
in
one
both
to restore
scenes
the
is
monarchy.
fixed.
This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. they started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Arusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Okay.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Spare 15 blocked. You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Hiding in the rocks. Pulling the weak is kind of specialty of mine.
What are the odds of getting out alive? That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
The fire set off a chain reaction. At least that's ready.
Regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Trigger, rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys. Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off? You're gonna wish this mission would never end. Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around. The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target. You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
In position behind bandits.
Box 2. Locked. A bomber is taken off. That's for us. Take care of it.
Bandit acquired. Lock on.
That bomber's getting away. Chase it down like you mean it, morons. I'm done. Returning to base.
Watch your tail!
Locked. All enemy bombers destroyed. That should put a wrench in their plans. We can sleep in for once. Spare 15, target destroyed. Enemy reinforcements. Check your radars.
Spare 9, lock on bandit.
Fox 2. Target down.
Lock on.
Vehicle down. Spare 15 locked on.
Spare 15, you got one on your back.
Enemy missile. Breaking.
Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid. Locked on.
Damn, this is hard.
Trigger, I like your style.
Break. Do it. Bandit in my sight. Lock on.
I know the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. But it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. That'll not hurt. So what happens? Let me tell you what to do next. Ocean has one. It says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bad Dog. Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary. Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Man, you're delusional.
A bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk.
Gathering intel is all about getting access. Trigger's destroyed all the trucks.
Caution. Pull up.
Completely shit top computer.
Locked on. My finger's on the trigger.
Cool story, bro.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We're gonna need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job. Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area. Aircraft approaching at high speed. Bearing 280. They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots?
Machines are not replacing humans. Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn. Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into?
Opinions are just that lying son of a bitch. Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation. Vehicle down.
Fair night. Behind you.
Trigger smoked him. They've got a lock. No way.
Oh, that was way too many.
Missile away. Box 2, box 2. Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping. Trigger is down.
10 out of 10.
Some welcome. All aircraft spread out
I
and
gotta do
attack.
all of that over
We're clear
again.
to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything. Sharp as a tack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
That's flare. Okay. God.
Being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready to anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We can.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
It's a kind of special again. What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7.
The fire set off a chain reaction.
At least stop us already.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Trigger, rocking it hard. Cut the crap, there's work to do.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. The regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around.
The vehicles have been taken out and move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger. I got him.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Righto.
Hostiles in
your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
I'm going after the plane.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day. The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count? Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work. Why are you so proud of that, full band? Confirmed kill on AA gun. Fox 2.
Locked on. My finger's on the trigger.
ABC destroyed. Spare 15 locked on. More guests on the horizon. Keep up the attack. Spare 15, target destroyed. Fox 2. This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops. Spare 11, just do your job. Just give us enough to blow the area. Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The murderer's done it again. I'm gonna have to rethink the odds.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
We got a fire!
Hostile has a lock. Enemies locked on me. Someone help me out here.
Don't expect this to be a straightforward air raid. AA gun down.
Lock 2. Lock 2.
Retreat! Bandit has a rocket. Fox 2. Fox 2. Enemy missile detected. Evade!
Missile incoming.
Enemy got away.
Locked on. My finger's on the trigger.
And the base commander makes a big deal whenever a new mission comes in. And it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they'll tell you what to do next. OCF has one. Says where and when pawns like us will die. Do they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Van Dog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing. Bribe is always delivered to a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Missile inbound! Evade! The anti-air guns are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised. Just grab whatever you can and return fire. Bandit behind you!
Trigger eliminated target.
I'm in this blind spot. Here goes. Enemy has a lock on me.
In gun range. drones.
You fucking bitch! There better be a checkpoint or I'm quitting.
Some welcome.
That looks cool.
All aircraft